My name is Lisa, and I'm currently enjoying my single life as a working adult. That said, I'm living with my father in an apartment he owns. My father has always been a cheerful and gentle person, and we've been close since I was a child. Thanks to him, we've never had any parent-child fights and have always lived happily together.
I'm home.
Welcome back. Where did you go, Dad? I thought you were in your study, but you weren't there, and your phone was here, so I was worried.
Well, I had some extra time and got bored. So I went to the aquarium to see the jellyfish. It was really soothing.
In this way, my father and I spent peaceful days together. Though we are a laid-back pair, I do have a younger sister, Rufina. Rufina is married to Zebulun and has children, so she doesn't live at home. However, since her house is nearby, she often drops by.
Cess, how long are you planning to stay single and live at home?
I get that it's comfortable, but you need to be independent. Living at home doesn't attract anyone, you know.
I know.
Eck, but you're so plain, Cess. Maybe marriage is out of the question for you.
And it looks like you don't have a boyfriend either. You'll probably be single forever.
Whatever I decide to do with my future, it's none of your business, Rufina and Zebulun. Just leave me alone. These are my sister Rufina and her husband Zebulun. Every time they come to our house, they nag me, and to be honest, it really bothers me. On top of that, they always find some excuse to get money from my father. This has been happening so frequently lately that my father has started to say no. Both of us were fed up with them always coming to ask for money. Then, one day, "Hey, Dad, have Rufina and Zebulun come to borrow money again recently? Zebulun has a proper job. I wonder if something happened."
I was worried that something might have happened to Zara too. Apparently, they are trying to get Zara into Kosika kindergarten.
That famous private kindergarten? Wow. I hear it's very competitive every year.
Yay, there's supposed to be some kind of special prep school that gives an advantage. According to Rufina and Zebulun, Zara got a recommendation from a teacher there.
Oh, really? That's amazing, especially since Zara is still so young.
Isn't it? Zara is working hard too. So I'm going to support her for her entrance exam.
When I heard that my niece Zara was going to take the entrance exam for kindergarten, I was surprised but wished her the best of luck. However, I couldn't help but wonder how they could afford private kindergarten tuition while constantly asking for money. This thought lingered in the back of my mind. A few days later, while my father was out, Rufina and Zebulun came to our house.
We're here, hope you don't mind us dropping by.
Hello, sister-in-law.
Oh, what brings you here? Dad went out this morning and won't be back all day.
That's okay. We're not here to see him today.
Actually, we came because we have something to tell you, Cess.
Something to tell me? What is it? On this day, Rufina and Zebulun came to the house, saying they had something to discuss with me. It was unusual for them, who always nagged, to say they wanted to talk, so I was curious.
I'll get straight to the point. Can you move out of this house right away, sis?
To be blunt, parasites are just a nuisance.
Excuse me? Are you calling me a parasite?
Who else would it be?
I'm not leeching off Dad or anything.
That's what I'm saying. How long do you plan on mooching off your dad?
Exactly. Don't you feel embarrassed being the eldest daughter and still living like this, you dried-up woman?
A dried-up woman? Seriously?
I mean, it's unfair that NET is taking full advantage of parental benefits.
Yay, I'm the second daughter of this house, so I have rights too, you know.
Wait a minute, benefits? What exactly are you talking about?
Sis, you can't get married because you've been living at home all this time.
If you move out, you might even get a boyfriend, so it's killing two birds with one stone, right?
How is that killing two birds with one stone? Besides, marriage isn't everything.
Anyway, just get out of the house, sis.
Don't worry, we'll take care of the rental income from now on.
Wait, what?
You know, Dad actually finds you a burden, sis.
It's sad that he has to put up with you at his age.
No way. Dad said that?
So stop standing there in a daze. Pack your things and get ready to leave.
Think of this as a good opportunity to become independent and look on the bright side.
As Rufina and Zebulun continued to berate me, I gradually became more and more angry. However, what shocked me the most was being told that I was causing trouble for my father. Concerned about this, I decided to leave home and stay at a business hotel for a while. That night, my father called, and when I explained the situation, he told me to wait because he had a plan. 2 months after this incident,
Hey, why is my sister here?
What are you doing here?
Dad asked me to come home, so here I am.
He didn't say anything about that to me.
Yeah, and anyway, Dad isn't here right now.
Then I'll wait until he gets back. Can you let me in?
No way we're getting in.
Oh, sister-in-law, you can't just come in like that and try to move back in and leech off us again.
Ugh. I told you, I'm not leeching off anyone.
Liar. That's definitely what you're planning.
Oh, Lisi, you're here. Perfect timing.
Welcome home, Dad. What did you mean by that phone call?
What phone call?
Why are you even calling her in the first place?
What's wrong with calling my own daughter? Anyway, there's something I need to do.
Something you need to do?
Excuse me, is this really all right?
Yes, it has to be done. Please go ahead.
Wait a minute.
Hey, who are you?
My name is Noah, and I am a lawyer. I'm here to begin seizing the furniture and other assets in this house.
Behind my father, lawyer Noah appeared. Upon hearing the word seizure from Noah, Rufina, and Zebulun,
Seizure? What are you talking about?
This is our house. You can't do whatever you want without our permission.
Rufina, Zebulun. This is what happens when you can pay. It's a natural consequence.
What? I don't understand.
Yeah, we've been paying our dues, haven't we?
From which account? Your own, or from the account under my name?
Dad's account. Wait, does that mean you registered the account without permission?
No way. We would never do something like that.
Yeah, sister-in-law, Dad must be mistaken.
Lying won't help you. We know everything.
Oh, so you found out. Then there's no point in hiding it.
Found out? So, Rufina, Zebulun, you've been relying on Dad's money?
Yeah, you see, we're still young and don't have much money.
But Zebulun, you have a job, and Rufina works part-time too.
Like that's enough to live on.
We still want to enjoy life, you know. So, we thought we'd just borrow a little from Dad's savings.
Enough with the nonsense. Rufina, Zebulun, what are you talking about? Dad's money belongs to him, not for you to use as you please. Especially registering his bank account without permission is absolutely wrong.
But it's unfair that you get all the benefits.
Huh? What are you suddenly talking about?
I have the right to benefits from Dad too.
Yeah. So, from now on, you guys pay the bills for us.
Rufina and Zebulun had been trying to kick me out of the house for my father's money. Although my father and I had an inkling, we never imagined it was this bad. Watching this unfold, my father showed them the bank book and said,
Rufina, Zebulun, look at this balance. It's pretty low, isn't it?
What? Why is there so little money?
Dad, you should have regular income every month, so why is there no money?
That kind of money was never in my bank account. It's your misunderstanding.
That can't be. You must have rental income.
Right. So where's that money? Are you keeping it somewhere else?
My savings have always been just this much. I don't receive any rental income.
Do you really think we'll believe that? Are you mocking us?
Whatever, just use the hidden money to pay for things.
You two keep shouting about money, you sound like criminals.
You've been leeching off Dad, so you must know something about the money, right?
Yeah, you must know, even if you were just lazing around the house.
You're so noisy. Dad's telling the truth.
I told you, we don't believe that lie.
Listen, I'm the one who receives the rental income. So, no matter how many times you check Dad's bank account, there won't be any money in it. Understand?
Why are you getting the rental income?
I thought Dad was managing everything.
He does manage the properties, but I handle the money. Is there a problem with that? Upon learning this truth, Rufina and Zebulun reacted.
The apartment belongs to Dad, doesn't it? So why is my sister getting the money?
Yeah. Why is the money going into this parasite's account?
Honestly, is money the only thing you two think about?
I'm just claiming my rightful share.
Listen, all the properties you think I own actually belong to Lisa.
What?
Lisa paid off the apartment.
Why would she do that?
Remember when the apartment needed repairs? The estimate was huge, and Dad was struggling to cover the costs.
Oh. Now that you mention it, there was something about repairs.
Yeah. I vaguely remember something like that a couple of years ago.
See? You've already forgotten. I even discussed it with you too.
Though, now I remember. But what does that have to do with us?
Yeah, it's not like we were obligated to pay for it.
Enough. Were you planning to kick me out eventually, too? Did you think I couldn't see through your schemes?
Wait. Rufina, Zebulon, were you really planning something like that?
What are you talking about?
There's no way we would think of something like that.
How could you treat your father like this?
Yes. Dad has supported you so many times.
Eck, this lecture is so annoying. I already said it's not true.
How can you be so ungrateful after everything he's done for you?
Rufina and Zebulon had planned to stay at the house and monopolize the rental income for themselves. However, my father saw through their plans long ago. In addition, they were sternly scolded by both me and Noah, whom they met for the first time today.
You know, both you and that lawyer over there have been yelling at us. But you're the ones assuming that Zebulon and I are planning something like that.
It's not an assumption.
It totally is an assumption.
Oh, really? Then what is this?
What's that piece of paper?
It details the allocation of the rental income. It lists how much to spend on what each month. And it also specifies how much pocket money Rufina and Zebulon would get. This is in Rufina's handwriting, isn't it?
It looks like a woman's handwriting. Indeed.
Dad, where did you find that note?
It was on the floor of the room the day Lisa moved out.
What? Dad's living expenses? Only 5,000 yen. You were planning to kick him out too.
What were you thinking, Rufina?
I thought I had thrown it away, but I must have dropped it.
Rufina, Zebulon, don't think you can keep lying forever.
Eek.
Dad, please don't be so angry. That note it was meant to be pocket money for when we lived together.
That amount is clearly too little for someone with neighbors to consider.
It wouldn't even let Dad enjoy his hobby of watching jellyfish at the aquarium.
I will never forgive you too, and I will never help you again.
Oh, come on, at least pay Zara's kindergarten fees as her grandfather.
You love your grandchild, right?
As for Kosuka Kindergarten, Rufina, you didn't get in because of your bad attitude during the interview.
What? You must be joking.
The kindergarten contacted me to complain about how terrible you two behaved.
How could you two be so foolish as to hold Zara back?
Rufina and Zebulon had listed my contact information as the guarantor. Because of this, Kosuka Kindergarten called me with complaints disguised as consultations. They seemed angry but also troubled, as Rufina and Zebulon had inconvenienced other families as well. When Rufina and Zebulon heard the word disqualified, they, who had been so sure of their acceptance.
Zara got disqualified. Even for you, sis, that's a cruel joke.
Why would I joke about something like this?
So, it's true?
Yes. Because your attitudes as guardians were the worst, Zara was disqualified.
Don't mess with me. You plain woman. Don't get cocky just because you think you are better.
Lisa isn't plain at all. She's 100 times prettier than Rufina.
Go?
Anyway, it's pointless to waste more time, so I'm going to proceed with a seizure.
Wait, are you really going to seize our things?
Yes. This is what happens when you default. Take a good look and learn.
Please, wait. This will really put us in a bind.
I won't be in any bind, that's for sure.
Sis, please persuade Dad and the liar.
I fully support Dad's decision, so I'll help with moving out your stuff, but I won't persuade them.
I'm sorry for calling you plain.
We don't need the rental income anymore. Just please don't do this.
Either way, you'll have to leave, so it doesn't matter.
We'll be homeless. Please forgive us this time.
This isn't something an apology can fix. Dad getting this angry means it's serious.
You two should work together and live your own lives. Never cross this threshold again. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Rufina and Zebulon, with everything seized, left the house with defeated expressions. I purchased everything that was seized and deposited it into an account in Zara's name. Zara went to live with Zebulon's brother and his wife, who had a daughter 2 years older than Zara. They became as close as real sisters, and Zara was cherished and happy. Meanwhile, Rufina and Zebulon lost their home and all their belongings. They ended up living by a deserted riverside, starting an outdoor life using cardboard boxes and newspapers. Because of their situation, They couldn't find jobs and couldn't rent a place to live. Eventually, they ran out of money. Thus, Rufina and Zebulun led a miserable life, unable to return to a normal lifestyle, as if they were being punished for their actions. As for my father and me,
Here, I got this from a colleague. Please feel free to use it.
Oh, an aquarium admission ticket.
I heard you enjoy watching jellyfish.
Well, Noe, why don't you take Lisa with you?
What? Dad, what are you saying? Oh my gosh.
Well, if you don't mind, Lisa, how about a date at the aquarium with me?
Please take good care of her.
Why are you answering for me, Dad? Thanks to my father's thoughtful arrangement, or whatever it was, I ended up going on a date with Noah. Even though we had just met and hadn't talked much, being with him didn't feel awkward at all, even in the silence. In fact, it felt quite comfortable. Noah's gentle demeanor reminded me of my father. As I reflected on our interactions, I recalled how he had complimented me, suggesting that I was better than Rufina, or something like that. I wondered if I'd ever get to ask him what he meant by that. Thinking about these things, I realized I was a bit excited about spending time with my father and Noah, noticing a little flutter of excitement in myself as I pondered what the future might hold. If you enjoyed this video, we'd be thrilled if you subscribed to our channel. Subscribing means you'll receive notifications for new videos, keeping you in the loop with all our latest content. Your support is vital to our growth. Let's enjoy and grow together.